K Black Boxing coming to you with another video. Cinco de Mayo weekend, big fight. Far as being on pay per view and the revenue is gonna draw, and being an all Mexican clash between Saul, Canelo Alvarez versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Believe it or not, some years ago I wanted these two guys to fight when Chavez was the 160-pound WBC champion, and when Canelo was the 154-pound WBC champion, man. They was young, they were both undefeated. So I was like, and I know they both had clash of words because both being Mexican and both wanted to be the best, you know what I mean? And at that time, I probably would have picked Chavez to actually win because I believe he fought the better competition at that time. But years has gone by now, and the shoes on the other foot. Canelo has fought the better competition, as well as he has gained more boxing knowledge. The Canelo we see now is definitely a better boxer. He moves a whole lot. He got better defense. He moves his head a lot. So the fight breakdown, man. One thing I'm going to say, I do give props for Chavez for actually making weight, because in the past, he has missed weight, and and just blew up between fights. This is one of his biggest problems, man. Chavez has definitely been on the down slope. He rather has been caught for smoking weed, just doing a lot of different other things, man. That caused him to miss ring action. One of those, I think it was 24/7. He was eating cereal in pink underwear. Golly, he was tripping. But it seems as if he's very focused for this fight. I don't know what's going to go on after the fight, but he's very focused for this particular fight. Maybe because he finally get a shot at Canelo, and it's for a lot of money, and it's for bragging rights, man. It's an all Mexican fight. So from this standpoint, I believe it's going to be a good fight for entertainment value. But Canelo stipulating his weight, Canelo weight is 164.5 pounds. At first I think it was 165, but Canelo being him, he won all the stipulations and everything to go his way. So he made it to 164.5 because he knew it was going to be harder for Chavez to make it. With Chavez, I know he got Mimo Heredia in his corner as a strength and conditioning coach. His father, all-time great, and Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., helping him, as well as what's his trainer name, man? Marquez trainer, golly, Nacho Barristain. Yeah, he got him, Hall of Fame trainer, man. And that's a good thing, you know what I mean? But I believe if he would have got that team that he has now, and maybe have 2 or 3 tune-ups, think the outcome of this fight would be different, because I believe that Canelo is going to win this fight, man. Just too much inconsistency for Chavez, you know what I mean? I think it's going to be a unanimous decision. I don't think it's going to be no knockout or anything like that, at least not to the chin, because Chavez Jr. definitely got a chin. I know he got knocked out and knocked down rather versus God damn, man, I be having memory lapse and shit. Fonfora, but they was 175 pounds. And it was his first time fighting 175 pounds, man. And if he would have went into that weight division and fought a couple of tune-up fights, then fought a guy like Fonfora, then probably the outcome could have been different. But to fight Fonfora your first time up, because you can't make weight, and instead of just trying to, live that fighter's lifestyle, he blowing up in weight. He said, forget anything, you can do anything. But, he ended up getting knocked down in the fight and ended up quitting later on. You know what I mean? And that's what happens. Not only be absent from fights, but not living fighter's lifestyle. You know, it's one thing you have to be consistent. You know, in this boxing world, man, because you'll get old quick. Um, One thing is letting yourself, you know, is being out of the ring all the time, but you let you at least you can be in shape while you out of the ring. You know, some guys that be out of the ring, but they still be in shape, so they you know had that adopted that mindset. I stay ready, so I don't have to get ready. But in Chavez's case, in many other boxers' case, um, they just be out of the ring for a long time and they just lounge around, man. You know, Chavez get up to 190, 200 pounds and know he fighting at 160. Come on now. So, um, but he stayed in shape from his last fight up until now, and like I say, he made the weight to 164 pounds. And but if you look at both of them at the weigh-in, you know, Canelo looked more ripped, if you ask me, and Chavez Jr. looked kind of thin. You know, but get us more like Canelo weight anyway. You know, both of these guys, in my opinion, Canelo is a true. You know, I'm talking if you going by weight, he's a true junior. Not a junior, but he's a true super middleweight, and Chavez is a light heavyweight. You know what I mean? This is what it is. But when you're young like that, you can drain yourself down to what you need to be drained to make certain weights. But both these guys, you know, gonna, you know, come in the 170s, or in Chavez's case, probably come in the 180s on fight night. You know what I mean? They're gonna easily put on 10 to 15 pounds. You know, they always do. You know, but this be the first time that Canelo would not be, you know, the weight bully. He used those weight bully tactics. You know, usually, I know when he fought when he fought Cotto, he looked huge, man. I don't know how much he weighed, but at least looked like 175 pounds against Cotto, man. You know, and American, you know, went on record and said that he felt as if Canelo was 180 pounds on fight night. I don't know if it was true or not, but it could definitely, you know, it definitely may be the case. So I think this would be the first time not only will he be giving up in height, but he'll be giving up in weight too. And that's the reason why I believe that Chavez is going to be able to stick around. I think the first half of the fight, you know, with the pride of Mexico on his back, Chavez is going to give it his all. But I think eventually in the second half of the fight, you know, Canelo going to time him, and, you know, he's going to start just outboxing him, man. And that's how it's going to be. I think Chavez is going to be tired because it takes a whole lot to get in shape, man, you know, especially boxing shape. And coming from when he fought last until now, you know, he might just not be ready for real. You know what I mean? I know you made the weight and everything, and that's good. You know you got the strength and conditioning coach, a good strength and conditioning coach, and a good trainer in his corner. And, you know, he got his father, who's actually another, helper. But I think Canelo's, you know, on another level at this moment. You know what I mean? And no matter how, you know, feel personally about Canelo, you know, I'd be lying if I say that I haven't seen him progress and make steps to becoming a better boxer, because he definitely has. So I'm picking Canelo in his All Mexican Cinco de Mayo weekend, man. You know, I have to leave a unanimous decision. This K Black Boxing signing out. Like, comment, and subscribe.